What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Good morning. You are watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. It is Monday, December 16th. This is Air Canada flight 808. Another day at Polderbaan with the wind more or less the same as yesterday. Wind's blowing from the west, double digits. Got the blimp with me. We had some rain earlier when I was trying to set up. You can still see the droplets on the laptop tent. The wind is coming from this direction. Looks more or less clean. Lisa is also here. And another droplet on the screen already. Windsock over there. And a KLM Dreamliner coming in. KLM flight 741 next to land. 78710 arriving from Cartagena. And the first Queen is already in Dutch airspace, Saudia. Expected to land soon. Here on Polderbaan. Very good morning to everybody who's joined already. Marja, goedemorgen. Wolfgang, guten Morgen. Jörg, good to see you, mate. And all others who have joined. Jaap, Mr. Blue Sky, Roadhog, Bob, Lars, Killer Spieler, Richard, T-Mac, they call me M, Mark, Hilton, and all the others who have joined already. Good morning. Glide slope visibility is decent. We saw 3 airplanes as we were walking up here, and then it started to rain all of a sudden. It wasn't even showing on the weather radar, but it was real. Three or so teeny tiny droplets have gotten on the lens, now no longer there. The heavy hitters are coming in, so if you don't have to be anywhere, stick around because we have a great show in store today. Jindrosek, goedemorgen, kerel. 2 airplanes on the glide slope. An Embraer 195 in the foreground and a CRJ behind it. Helvetic Airways coming in now. Flight 730 arriving from Zurich. 14-year-old airplane. Hailing from the year 2010. CRJ 900 behind it, and after that, Delta with an A330neo. Chance to get loud. And you can see the windscreen wipers are on both sides. Good morning, Leo, Sheila, Alex, good morning. All others who have joined us, in the meantime, good morning to you too. Let's quickly turn back. We have a CRJ coming in next. After that, Delta A330neo, and after that, KLM with a Dreamliner. Can we see the number 3 already? Oh, flock of birds coming. and going. They're seeing the airplanes, they're thinking, oh shit, that's not where we want to be. Rightly so. The airplanes are crabbing. The wind is blowing more or less perpendicularly to the runway heading. Not exactly, but almost. Lufthansa, flight 2302, coming in from Munich. 15 years old, first flight March 2009. Haven't seen the firefighters yet. They haven't seemed to have done their round already. Good morning, Dennis. And good morning, Georgios. Hadi Henk, goedemorgen. Lisa also, goedemorgen from Henk. And also a massive big thank you to Lars. I see I received a PayPal donation from you just now. Lars, I hope you're watching. Thank you so much for your kindness. Let's turn back quickly. You can already hear the next airplane coming in. With another heavy hitter in the background. Delta Airlines Flight 162 arriving from Minneapolis, Minnesota. A330neo. Goedemorgen Otto. Adriaan, goedemorgen. Planwatcher, good morning. Goedemorgen. Markie, good morning. Berend, goedemorgen. Wind on scale of chimney smoke. Currently looks like this. You're probably not picking up a lot of the wind noise because of the blimp. Next airplane coming in is KLM Flight 644, arriving from New York, JFK. That's a 787-10 Dreamliner, and the airplane that you see left and above it is an E2 Embraer from LOT. Turning in behind it should be the Saudia 747, which unfortunately I don't see just yet. It should be there though. And this is the KLM 100 years special livery, outdated by 5 years in the meantime. It is possible to see departures from runway 24 from over here. Visibility has improved in that respect compared with yesterday, or at least the better part of yesterday's stream. There's some lights over there in the distance. That is on the cycling path. Probably the police coming this way, or the military police, or something similar. Right, a crabbing queen in the background, being preceded by an E2 Embraer from LOT. Turkish A330 arriving from Istanbul. Should be somewhere behind Her Majesty. Can we see it? Don't think that we can. I'm going to skip the E2 Embraer and keep the camera focused on the 747. Peter, goedemorgen. Indeed, Bob, at least you can see the chimney smoke today. That's more than we could yesterday. Dexus, goedemorgen. Zolurk, good morning. Floris, goedemorgen. Paul, goedemorgen. Arnoud, goedemorgen. And all others who've joined. Ronald, goedemorgen. Welcome back, folks. Her Majesty the Queen coming in. Saudia, flight 933, coming in from Jeddah. And we do see at its 10 o'clock Turkish flight 1951, the A330 coming in from Istanbul. Lovely combo shot there, crabbing airplanes, crabbing heavies. Alan, what up mate? Perfect timing. Fucking Mondays. Sounds like somebody has a bad case of the Mondays. Howdy Patrick, goedemorgen. Evert John, goedemorgen. Welcome everybody. Crabbing heavy hitters here at Polderbaan. Saudia flight 933 is 28 years old. First flight November 1996. How loud will she get? We'll see. This airplane is older than you, Lisa. What? Nice. In the meantime, Snorri, good morning. Snorri celebrating 17 months of membership. That's almost 1.5 years. Deep green for Snorri. Thank you so much for your continued support, Snorri. I hope all is still good in the lounge for you. Let me know if something isn't to your liking any longer. And let me see what I can do about it then. Almost 1.5 years. Thank you so much for your continued support, Snorri. Ricardo, goedemorgen. Arno, goedemorgen. Leen, goedemorgen. Now, let's quickly turn back. Heavies. Back to back coming in. There's another pair coming in. Turkish flight 1951 followed by Delta Airlines flight 90. The Delta coming in from Orlando, Florida. The TUI is coming in from Cancun. It's the Dreamliner now number 3. Hadi Rob, goedemorgen. Marian, goedemorgen. Hey, left reverser isn't working. Just one reverser. Thomas, good morning. And good morning to all others who have joined us in the meantime. It is busy with the heavies right now. Her Majesty the Queen still vacating this part of the area. No time to linger, or at least not very long. More crabbing airplanes coming in. Delta Airlines flight 90 arriving from Orlando, Florida is coming in next. 8 hours and 21 minutes underway now. 19-year-old airplane, first flight March 2005. And I see that Lakerson is also back in the chat with a super chat, no less. Thank you so much for that, Lakerson. Lakerson writes, thank you very much for this morning stream. Greetings from Upper Bavaria. Good morning back to Upper Bavaria. Thank you so much for your kind words. And my pleasure. Happy to be back. Jeffrey, goedemorgen. Paper Chase, good morning. Niklas, good morning. Yes, reverse. Reverser action. Hey there André, guten Morgen. Nico, goedemorgen. A300 from MNB, number 2. To arrive. Am vaguely visible, being preceded by TUI flight 822, coming in from Cancun, Mexico. 9 hours and a minute on their way. Belgium registered, it's the OOJDL. Oh. 11 years old, first flight November 2013. And for those of you joining us just now, good morning. Welcome to the show. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. I'm standing here at the Polderbaan with Lisa. And we have crosswind from the west, similar to yesterday. Although visibility, luckily, way better than it was yesterday for the majority of the stream. A Queen already landed just now, a couple of minutes ago. Saudia, 747-400 coming in from Jeddah. Not sure if you can pick it up, but there is an ambulance in the distance. Mike is pointing in the other direction, but the wind is blowing from where the ambulance is driving towards us. Still a few drizzly droplets falling as well, which probably have landed on the lens in the meantime. Now, time for an A300-600. MNB son. No, MNG son. Confused by the MNB that the... Is that not, that's not the flight number, but that other code that you see in flight radar. Coming in from Istanbul. 25-year-old airplane, first flight March 1999. M. Visser, goedemorgen. Mrs. Professor, good morning. Klaus, guten Morgen. Rinus, goedemorgen. And welcome all others who have joined us in the meantime. Short fat bastard. He always looks a bit chubby because it is relatively short, but it is a wide-bodied airplane. Hey there, Halil, good morning. Sirik Designs, good morning. Sirikis Designs, sorry. A300 indeed, Halil. Hadi Crystal, goedemorgen. Welcome back, one and all. We have a small 737 breaking the stream of wide bodies, consecutive wide bodies, and then another wide body 787-10 arriving from Panama City will follow. KLM being preceded by KLM. One or two lost droplets. Get them out quickly. This is KLM flight 1402 coming in from Paris Charles de Gaulle. KLM flight 758 arriving from Panama City. 78710 Dreamliner coming in next. Also a massive big thank you to Alan, who just now gifted a membership. And see that EasyZ was the recipient. Welcome to the Aurora Sky Lounge, EasyZ. Hope you will enjoy the membership. Custom emojis now at your disposal for a month. Use them whenever you see fit. Alan, thank you so much for your generosity again. Once more, another member courtesy of you. And Jay, goedemorgen. Good morning, Sarah. Good to see you again. Thijs, goedemorgen. Sander Sake, goedemorgen. Hey, check it out. Evan is back. Missed you, mate. Was talking to Lisa yesterday. We were discussing who we hadn't seen yet, who we still were missing. Evan was one of the people. Captain Jerry, but Captain Jerry responded yesterday evening. He is still doing rehabilitation, inpatient, so he is unable to follow the streams. He misses us. Evan is also celebrating 19 months of membership. Evan, one of the first members of the channel. And thank you so much for your continued support, man. Always a pleasure to have you in the stream. I fucking miss you, sir. I saw a bit, but I saw a bit last night, mate. The feeling is mutual. As I said, we were discussing yesterday. Who haven't we seen yet? Yorkshire Biker, you, Captain Jerry. But Captain Jerry is in rehabilitation, inpatient. Has to go to bed at 10 p.m. Pacific time, he said, so unable to see the streams, unfortunately. But it's for the greater good of regaining mobility. Kaniashi Dream, good morning. Dennis, goedemorgen. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody else. Welcome back, one and all. This is Delta Airlines Flight 136, A330-300 coming in from Detroit, Michigan. 17-year-old airplane, first flight August 2007. And look at the lights. There's a yellow light in the center. The other two are a bit brighter, have a higher warmth. Yesterday, that difference between the color temperature in lights was more apparent. You can still see it quite clearly. Now it doesn't stop yet with the heavies, the heavy hitters. We have an A330-200 coming in next. KLM flight 696 coming in from Toronto. all behind it. Nice break from the flow of wide bodies, but after that another wide body is following. A 777-300 from KLM coming in from Cape Town, South Africa. But first up, KLM flight 696 arriving from Toronto. It's the PHAOA, and birds are also traversing from right to left. Probably a bit closer by than the airplane is. Always looks a bit risky. Let's see if we also have a moment to check on the latest METAR. Well, let's wait another few minutes. One will be published anytime now. It's always, always have to wait 5 or 10 minutes or so before it gets published on the websites that I can access. Windfinder was expecting a constant wind from the same direction and more or less the same speed all throughout the day today. Hey there, Brian. Morning. Alan already has to go. What? hospital appointment to see if I've got a brain. Good luck with that indeed. Let us know the results. I'm curious too. All the best, mate. Take care. Right, so we have El Al and KLM now in the field of view. El Al flight 337 coming in from Tel Aviv, obviously. 4 hours 56 minutes on the way. That seems a bit longer than normally would have been the case. Wondering if they followed a logical route or maybe had to fly differently. Always something up in that part of the world, geopolitically speaking, so you never know how those routes are. The airplane that you're now seeing land is 15 years old, by the way. What is this? It seems like an additional safety camera and whatnot. That's definitely not the anti-tail collision system, because that is higher up over there. Did that have a gun? Interesting. Interesting. Never seen that before. If you guys know what we just now saw, let us know in the comments. Hey there Remco, goedemorgen. Adam, good morning. That's anti-rocket system. Okay, so that was an anti-rocket system that we saw. Okay, interesting. KLM flight 598 coming in now from Cape Town, South Africa. 777-300 8 years old, the PHBVR. First flight of this airplane, May 2016, and we can see another airplane in the distance already. That would probably be KLM flight 1352 coming in from Prague. Flare gun. Shawarma laser, gender 6. Shawarma laser. Oh man. Hey Tarnish, good morning. Beppe, good morning. Spionage camera, spy camera, Adrian says. Interesting suggestions. I like the shawarma laser. Although I'm pretty sure that that wasn't it. Hey there Andrea, goedemorgen. Flare gun. Several people chiming in. Flare gun. Check. Right, got some narrow bodies coming in, and I think this is a good moment to have a quick look at the status quo. So, looking at the METAR, this is the METAR that I published in the ticker. A refresh will tell us that the wind is still blowing more or less perpendicularly to the runway heading. 15 knots of wind, broken clouds, visibility below the ceiling of 2100 feet is 10 kilometers or more. Temporary periods where there are broken clouds at 1800 feet. It is 10 degrees C, not extremely warm. Around 50 F if you're used to Fahrenheit. We have another 747 coming in from Birmingham, USA, and it is the Kühne and Nagel 747-8 flying towards us, expected within around half an hour or so from now. 12:30 is the ETA of the Emirates A380. Now, Roadhog, what the actual F? A very generous super chat there. Missed you all too, peeps. Aim is live and mods. Felt like I was in rehab. Now I get my regular shot again. Yeah, mate. The break I took was unintentionally longer than I had thought it would be. Like I said before, me and Lisa were going to Bruges for a weekend, and after that I came back with a virus infection that was affecting my voice So I took a couple of additional days off from streaming, and after that, and when I wanted to return to streaming, the weather had turned very sour. Roadhog, thank you so much for your kind words and your very generous super chat, mate. Hopefully I'll be able to continue streaming regularly again so that you can get your regular fix once more as before. Jeff, good morning. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Dutch Aviation Hub, good morning. Patrick, goedemorgen. Sunwing, good morning. Michael Jackson, good morning, sir. Good to have you back. Hope all is well. Got 2 airplanes in one glide slope shot, and we can see the third already at 7 o'clock of the number 2. Number 1 is a Bombardier C-Series 300, aka A220, from Air Baltic, coming in from Tallinn. Ballin in Tallinn. The YLAAR. And that airplane is 5 years old. The first flight of this airplane was in April 2019. Hey there, Nicholas. Nicholas says, just subscribed. Great stream. Regards from Switzerland. Thank you so much for your kind words. Welcome to the channel. And also, nice of you to say hi. If you're new to the channel, feel free to say hi, just like Nicholas just now did. It's not mandatory, but it is always appreciated. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Many people are watching. They're all friendly, and a lot of them are knowledgeable. So please shoot. There's no such thing as a stupid question. So we have another queen coming in, and a king, and lots more heavies. Saw that the influx of heavies was continuing until 1 to 1:20 p.m. or something. If the weather doesn't turn to shit, which hopefully it won't. The plan is to stick around until most of those heavy hitters have landed. If not all of them. Well, there's always a next airplane. That's the problem with aviation. 24/7, 365. Good morning, Carol. Good morning, Frans. And good morning to all others who have joined. Haven't seen the firefighters yet, have we? No. Where are they? They're taking a different route today? Maybe doing around the main platform area. Who knows? We have an A319 coming in from London Heathrow, BA flight 430. 23-year-old airplane, first flight September 2001. And this is Geoff. G-E-U-O-F. Geoff. Or something. What is up, Captain? Well, first officer, I should say. What is up, pilots? Anti-missile system, right. And Tarnish, no, I wasn't talking about the camera under the nose of the SAS Airbus. I was talking about a system under ALS 737. And apparently that was an anti-missile system. Good morning, Robert. Good to see you back in the chat. A windy Newcastle on the East Coast. Thanks again for all the time and trouble you take to put the stream on. It's always appreciated. Thank you for your kind words, Robert. Glad to hear that you're enjoying the stream. Hope everybody is. If you are liking the stream and you haven't already, consider leaving a like. It helps to promote this content to people like yourselves who are into streams such as these, but who haven't come across the channel yet. Croatia Airlines flight 450 coming in from Zagreb next to land. A320 today. And that's a nice little fact there. Austrian Wolf is sharing with us. Wolfgang says that the 747 from Atlas, the Kühne and Nagel, which is now coming this way, is the second to last produced 747. Little butt shot from Croatia. And after that we are going to see 2 Neos. First of all an EasyJet A320 Neo coming in from Prague, and after that Air Oink Oink coming in from Istanbul. Dutch Aviation Hub asks, how much wind is it? Check the METAR, it says 16 knots. Double digits. EasyJet, and in the background Air Oink Oink. And those are some internal reflections I see. Ghost reflections from the lights shining brightly into the lens. That's a bit annoying. This is an A320 Neo. Oreo. Mr. Master, goedemorgen. Zeevat, good morning. Frank, goedemorgen. Raven Rock, good morning. Pacific Wings, good morning. And all others who have joined, good morning, one and all. The drizzle is beginning again. Hopefully nothing too substantial. Hey, bom dia, goedemorgen. Alles goed? Prima. Het is verschrikkelijk, het wordt niet beter. Heb jij een regendans gedaan? Heb jij een regendans gedaan stiekem? Oh, jij hebt precies, je gaat zeker naar Portugal. Oh, gemeen. Fijne dag. We have the culprit of the drizzle. My Portuguese friend who is always walking his dog here with his camera. He's going back to Portugal pretty soon. And he just now confessed to having done a rain dance. Although, with Rick Meester not too far away, you never know, he might also have chimed in. Air Oink Oink having arrived from Istanbul, A321neo. Delta Airlines flight 74 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia, now number 2 on the glide slope. Another A330, another chance to get loud. Howdy Hans, goedemorgen. Welcome to all others who've joined. Nice. Departure also coinciding with the vacating of Air Oink Oink. And there we have the tower. Is that a Christmas tree? I think it is. It sure looks like a Christmas tree in the tower. And we all know you love rain dances, Rick. We know it all too well. Now, wind seems to be picking up a little bit. It feels like it. Don't think that the camera is shuddering too severely just yet. Have everything in the highest drag setting. Haven't enabled image stabilizer yet, but we'll keep an eye out for that. If it is necessary, I will enable it. KLM flight 1918 arriving from Zurich. Just now touchdown. There it is. Delta Airlines Flight 74 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. 7 hours and 57 minutes on the way. A330-300, 21 years old. First flight August 2003. There is a Dreamliner emerging at the 10 o'clock of the Delta. That is coming in from Madrid, Air Europa. 7879 Dreamliner on the Monday morning. I'm most surprised by how Air Europa is using those wide bodies. They're probably filled to the brim, otherwise they wouldn't be using them. Yes. Also, a departure from 18... No. Are those geese? Geese? Or cormorants? I think geese. Probably geese. Looks like geese. I now also see a bigger swarm. It's the birds. Check it out. They're everywhere. What? So many birds over there. In the meantime, also coming this way, Air Europa coming in from Madrid. 7879 Dreamliner. In the top left third of the screen you can also see the next airplane behind it. This particular airplane is 5 years old. First flight was in August 2019. Now there's flex. Now no more. Yes. Nice little cleaning of the runway there by Air Europa. And what is up, Paul? Mr. Biker. Another person on the missing thus far list that we can scratch off. Evan is back. Yorkshire Biker is back. Perfect. Hope you've been well, Paul. Good to see you again, mate. KLM flight 1930 coming in from Geneva next. 737-800. 1 hour and 14 minutes underway. The PHBCB. The airplane is 13 years old. First flight May 2011. Hey there, Bryce. Good morning. And welcome to all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. Me and Lise are standing here at the Polderbaan where we have a bit of crosswind. And earlier in the morning, some drizzle. The drizzle seems to have stopped for the time being. All well over here as well, Paul. After the weekend away, had to take a few days off because I came back with a cold infection affecting my voice. After that, the weather turned sour, so my intended break of just a week turned out to be a bit longer than that. So happy to be back. Taro will be coming in next. 737-800 coming in from Bucharest. Almost, Michael. The whole family is being reunited. We're still missing Jerry, but he is in-house, inpatient, rehabilitating, and they make him go to bed at 10 p.m. Pacific time, so he's unable to follow the streams. He commented yesterday under one of the last few streams. He's missing us. It is for the greater good. Getting your mobility back. We'll still be around after his rehabilitation is done. This is Tarom Flight 361. This airplane is 7 years old. First flight April 2017. Boogie Boy, goedemorgen. Again, I'm feeling a few drizzly droplets. Hopefully it isn't going to intensify any further. Two consecutive A320neos now. EasyJet first, SAS second. And again, birds flying in between them seemingly. The EasyJet A320neo in the foreground is coming to Amsterdam from London Stansted. Five-year-old airplane, its first flight was in September 2019. Now it's 10:48, so in 12 minutes or so we're going to see parallel arrivals. There was an A350 from Qatar underway that had an ETA of 11:10 or so when I checked earlier in the morning. If that hasn't changed significantly, that A350 will be landing on the center runway, which hopefully we will be able to see from over here. Atlas Air is also approaching. We have an Atlas Air 7478 that is coming to Schiphol. Let me see if I can show you guys the status quo. Maybe also, well no, the meter will be updated in 5 minutes from now, so by the time it is published it's going to be 11 o'clock. Howdy Thomas, goedemorgen. Good morning to all others who have joined us in the meantime. You're watching Amos Live. My name is Boy and we are standing here at the Polderbaan with crosswindy conditions. SAS A320neo now touching down. Now, is this the air inlet for the APU? I think it might be, probably is. Here we can see the windsock, definitely some Viagra in the air. Next up will be playtime. A320neo coming in from Reykjavik. Ladies and gentlemen, special emoji time. Michael says, darn it SAS, where is your CRJ? Good question. We only saw one today and that was from Lufthansa, coming in from Munich. Hadi Clementia, goedemorgen. Alan, good morning. DB Baseman, good morning. Welcome all others. This is Play Flight 460 coming in from Reykjavik in Iceland. 2-year-old airplane, first flight October 2022. Crabbity crab crab. Hey, and after something bright red, we are going to see something dark blue. ITA, next, coming in from Milan. An A220-100, beautiful airplane. Nice contrasty. And another custom emoji for you members to use. Question is, will we also be seeing a butt shot from this airplane? It is still going relatively fast. But that's, yeah, no, it's braking hard enough. Has slowed down sufficiently. No, it's forgoing the first exit. It's going to take the second. Delayed butt shot then. ITA flight 120 coming in next. 8220. 100. Beautiful livery, beautiful machine. Alexander says, morgen boy, zieke beelden weer. Which in Dutch translates to good morning boy. Awesome footage. Thank you for the kind words, mate. Doing the best I can. Glad to hear you're enjoying the footage. Check it out. Bombardier C Series 100. ITA Airways coming in from Milan. It's EIHLA. No ho, but HLA. The airplane is a year old. First flight October 2023. Ciao ragazzi. Benvenuti. No butt shot to boot? Yes. ITA butt shot. Here we go. We're experiencing slight drizzle right now over here. Embraer 190 coming in from London City will be next. KLM flight 980. We also see the next airplane behind it in the top left third. That's Norwegian. That's a Norwegian lipstick coming in from Stockholm. Norwegian lipstick 737 with a TUI Dreamliner coming in from Curaçao behind it in the background. Norwegian flight 82036. It's like reciting a phone number. Coming in from Stockholm. And it has the NFS Grundtvig livery on it. That was a Theologian or something, if I recall correctly. The Serper is coming in. SERPR is its registration. 9-year-old airplane, first flight December 2015. Oh. Accidentally hit my camera screen, which caused it to tilt downwards. Yep, Danish Theologian. Duly noted. Hey there, Hitman Agent 47. Captain Steven, good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Atlas should be number 2. And yes, we have it. So we have the second Queen as number 2 on the glide slope, being preceded by a TUI Dreamliner 7878 coming in from Curaçao, Willemstad. Hey there, John. Good morning. Tuning in from Niagara Falls. Welcome back, mate. And welcome to all others who have joined us. Now, let's quickly have a quick look at the landing. Then quickly turn back the camera to Her Majesty. Her Majesty number 2. Right. Not very substantial use of the reversers. Second queen of the show, Kühne and Nagel, Atlas Air 7478. Second to last ever built. 7 hours and 52 minutes underway. 2-year-old airplane, first flight October 2022. We also have the A380 from Emirates coming in, expected around 12:30. Rick already announcing he will have to leave after the Atlas has landed because work is hunting him. Instead of you hunting other people, you get hunted. Hunted. That's unfortunate. Flight Fanatics, good morning. You have a good one too. Hey there, Phil and Carol. And Phil asks if I can wish Carol happy birthday for today. Happy birthday, Carol. And you too, Phil. Kühne and Nagel coming in from Birmingham in the United States. 3,903 nautical miles. This airplane has journeyed. Will it get loud? That's the question. Will there be enough spray on the runway for us to see? We'll soon find out. Let's look and listen. No reversers. A little bit. Just a little bit. Hey there, Stan, good morning. Lars, goedemorgen. Luke, goedemorgen. Good morning. Philip, goedemorgen. Peter Hommel, goedemorgen. Good morning, Stan. And all others who have joined. Crosswindy conditions here at Polderbaan today. This was the second 747 that we saw land this morning, and we have an A380 from Emirates still expected in 1.5 hours or so from now. It is 11:01, so I'm expecting parallel arrivals with center as the secondary runway for arrivals pretty soon, but I see I'm wrong. It is landing with 2 runways for arrivals now. But runway 27 has become the secondary runway. Liwe also in the chat. Goedemorgen Liwe, good to see you, man. Hope you were in time to see Her Majesty land just now. So now for 40 minutes, 2 runways will be used for arrivals. Then around 11:40 a.m. local time. The local time you can find in the bottom left corner of your screen. Just 1 runway is going to be used again. I'm wondering which runway that is going to be. I'm hoping this one, but we do have more wind, it seems, than yesterday. Let's also have a quick look on Bezoek Bus right after this E2 has landed. This is KLM flight 1002 coming in from London Heathrow. E2 Embraer 195 being followed by an Embraer 175 from KLM coming in from Southampton. Let's have a quick look at the status quo. Third airplane on the glide. The second airplane now on the glide slope is a Delta A330. A refresh of the meter will show 15 knots of wind from more or less the west. We have a ceiling at 1700 feet, so the wind is more or less constant. So as you can see when I refresh the current... Oh, it's not, huh? They opened up runway 22. I thought I saw airplanes coming into runway 27. Atlas just now landed already, and we have the Emirates A380 still in Hungarian airspace, coming and expected at 12:35. That is a moment in time where we will only have one runway open for arrivals. Question is, which runway will that be? Let me also have a quick look on Bezoekbus for you guys. Just now pasted the ticker, the meter in the ticker, and this is the website where we can see the expected runway use, and we can see Polderbaan 18 right for landing all throughout the upcoming hours. So we don't have to worry about this runway closing in the upcoming hours. That does not seem to be very likely based on the runway. That shows us the expected runway use for the upcoming hours, bezoekbus.nl. Let's quickly go back because we have heavy hitters coming in, and the first airplane coming in is Delta Airlines Flight 236 coming in from Tampa, and that is in Miami. A330-300, 8 hours 29 minutes underway. 21-year-old airplane, first flight September 2003. Good morning, Alan, who is tuning in from the northeast of England. Hope you're doing well, mate. KLM flight 767 coming in from Bonaire is behind the Delta. So 2 consecutive A330-300s, and look at the crabbing that the A330 is doing. For those of you wondering, we haven't seen any go-arounds just yet. Just crabbing airplanes. Another difference in color temperature, it seems, between the two lateral lights and the center light that you saw just now. Yes, reversers. Excellent. There doesn't seem to be a lot of moisture left on the tarmac. Hopefully though there will be enough for the A380. Hey, and we have a return visitor. It is the truck in Aussie livery with more pipes. The man, the legend, has returned with more pipes, laying the pipe. Always something up here. And we have a crabbing A330-300 from KLM coming in from Bonaire. KLM flight 767. There it is. We see a small airplane at its 10 o'clock in the distance. That's an Embraer 190 from KLM coming in from London City. And I see that Gerrit is also returned. And now Gerrit has caught a cold. Mate, I had the same thing a couple of weeks ago. Hopefully you'll get better soon. It is that time of year again, unfortunately. Good morning. Good morning, Ace Airstream. Pipes of peace, Andre asks. I don't know, but we can see them really up close. You can probably hear the truck already. It has stopped right behind me and Lisa. This is the fucker. What up, motherfucker? Right, the truck has stopped, has come to a halt right next to us to unload some more pipes probably. Last week we could also see the driver very skillfully placing the pipes. Almost seems that everything was properly aligned. The holes where you can bolt them together. Now there's also something going on over there by the looks of it.
Orange people.
Orange people. Is that the president-elect? No, it's not the president-elect. The camera crew.
Yo.
It's a tripod. Hey, and I also see, hey, what's this?
A wombat.
That looks like something I also have over here.
They also have a wombat.
Yeah, they also have a dead wombat on a stick. Yeah. Camera crew.
Oh.
They should have hired me. This is KLM flight 982 coming in from London City. Embraer 190. 181 nautical miles this airplane has journeyed to get here. 16-year-old airplane. Its first flight November 2008. Dirkie, goedemorgen. Björn asks which runway the A380 is going to land on. Probably the runway we are standing next to. Good day, Mike D. And good morning, Martina. Nice butt shot. Time for KLM flight 1136, which is arriving from Dublin, Ireland. There it is, crabbing its way over to the runway threshold. Departed from Dublin an hour ago. That is par for the course. Dublin, Amsterdam averages around an hour of flight. Same for Berlin. Copenhagen too. London, Paris, Luxembourg, all destinations around 40 to 45 minutes away. Good morning, Jacopo. Seal the deal, good morning. Mabuba, good morning, mate. Good to have you back, hope all is well. And welcome to all others who have joined us in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy and we are standing here at the Polderbaan, runway 18 right, being used for arrivals together with runway 27 it seems like, or runway 22. PCBCK is back. PH, did I say PC? I mean PH. Alex Bon also back. Good to see you, Alex. Herzlich willkommen. Andrea DE auch wieder zurück. Herzlich willkommen, liebe Freunde. Tony, good morning. It does look like airplanes are landing on runway 22. Not sure. And Alex is sitting in the Lufthansa CRJ starting in a few minutes here in Amsterdam. Nice. Dirk also back. Goedemorgen, Dirk. I am back for another stream. Good to have you back, mate. Jan, goedemorgen. We're waiting for the next traffic. The next traffic should be Ryanair coming in from Dublin. And in the meantime, you can also hear activity behind me taking place. The truck driver. You can see how the truck is now supported by these additional legs. Front wheels barely off the ground by the looks of it, or are they still on the ground? Hard to see. Either way, making a stable platform for that crane to start unloading things. Meanwhile, also a massive big thank you to Seal the Deal for your super chat with no accompanying text along with it, but that doesn't matter. Thank you so much, Seal the Deal. Much appreciated. Kimi, good morning. And Prabhu is coming in the Garuda Indonesia 777-300, which is also on the way. We saw that this morning already. Its ETA was somewhere after 11:40, I recall. So we should see it land over here. Yes, we can definitely see now that some smaller airplanes are on the glide slope to runway 22. So runway 22 is now open as secondary runway. I have to update the ticker in that respect. In the meantime, Ryanair should become visible pretty soon. Let's also turn back for that. Cloudy, good morning. Welcome all others who have joined us in the meantime. Bird controller is coming this way. Jeffrey is disappointed. No V8. No, it doesn't sound like a V8. Me gusta RN, good morning. Me gusta RN is tuning in from Brazil. Andre says, maybe the pipes for coffee or vodka for your new spotting place. Yeah, sewage, electricity cables, a stream of coffee and vodka. What more does a live streamer need in life, right? Over here we have Ryanair flight 420 coming in from Dublin, Ireland. 17-year-old airplane, first flight January 2007. It's going to be followed by a 737-800 from KLM arriving from Birmingham. Ryanair not disappointing in the use of the reversers. We're also getting a butt shot to boot. A booty shot, if you will. Two runways in use now for arrivals. Runway 22 being the second runway in use. That's interesting. We can see airplanes going to runway 22 from over here, albeit vaguely. But we can still make out this German Airways Embraer 190, which is probably KLM flight 1292. No, it's the one before it. KLM flight 1842 coming in from Nuremberg. So even though they're landing on runway 22, we can still see it from over here. There you go. The power of digital zoom in addition to optical zoom. That was the Mac. McDonald's over there. Just for your reference. This crabby little airplane is KLM flight 1042 coming in from Birmingham. 18 years old already, this airplane, first flight April 2006. Hey, fijne dag hè, tot de volgende. En fijne vakantie als ik je niet meer zie voor die tijd. Hey there Ian, good to see you again mate. all is well over here. Hope that also goes for you. Runway 22, secondary runway in use for arrivals with KLM flight 1292 over there. And Royal Air Maroc A320 arrival from Tangier behind it. Not sure where I need to point the camera to see that already. So let's turn back to what we can see here on the Polderbaan. This is KLM flight 1076 arriving from Bristol. That's number 190. In the meantime, I see that Peter is also back in the chat. Good morning, Peter. Peter is celebrating 5 months of membership and he writes, thanks for a great stream, boy. Love the chat. Peter, thank you so much for your support, mate. Glad to have you as a member. Always a pleasure to have you in the stream. Hope everything in the lounge is still to your liking. Let me know if something isn't to your liking anymore. The truck is shielding us from the wind. Ah, so there you go. Now, let's see. Martijn is mentioning, yes, finally the Garuda plane is coming. My wife is very happy. What is the ETA of the Garuda? Because if it is between now and 20 minutes from now, chances are it is going to land on the runway 22. 777-300ER is able to land on it. Knowing our luck, I wouldn't be surprised if it was going to be assigned to that runway. If it is arriving before 11:40, of course. Meanwhile, one of the big ass pipes is going to be pulled. Indeed, look, higher ceiling than we had yesterday. And also, John, thank you for your support. 1 month of membership. Really enjoyed the stream. Keep up the good work, he writes. I will definitely do my utmost best to do that. Thank you so much for your kind words, John, and for your support. We're waiting for the next airplane, which is going to be an E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Persenchester. In the meantime, Ian McPherson, I hope you're watching. Just received another PayPal donation from you. I think it's an automated one. A monthly returning payment. Thank you so much, Ian. Hope you're watching. Thanks for the ongoing support, my friend. That is very much appreciated. Here we have KLM flight 1030 coming in from Persenchester. It's an E2 Embraer 195. Ian says it's been really cloudy here. Hope you've had better weather. Not that much better than what you're seeing right now, mate. We did have a bit of drizzle earlier in the morning, but it does look like we've seen the worst of it. In fact, looking to the northwest horizon, it almost looks like things are opening up over there. Although I don't dare call it's going to be sunny yet. But we haven't had opener weather than what you're currently seeing in a long time. And Clementia says that the Garuda flight is delayed until 12 o'clock. So that means it is going to land when there's only one runway open for arrivals. I'm still thinking this is the runway where the Garuda will be landing on then. Nice to see Garuda Indonesia coming in. Don't see that very often. El Rey is also back. Good morning. El Rey tuning in from Belfast. Hey, there's a PC-12 flying overhead, at least according to flight radar. I'm not... It's probably above the ceiling. And with the truck behind me, I'm unable to hear anything either. Hope that the noise of the truck isn't too loud for you guys, because it is standing right behind me. Even though the mic is pointing away from it, you will probably still pick up some of it. Hey there Steve, good morning. Klaartje, goedemorgen. What? Klaartje says that the sun is shining today in Belgium. Hopefully she will also shine in the Netherlands. Well, not yet, Klaartje. Really? Really? No, not yet. The upshot is it's dry and it's not too cold anymore. That's the silver lining here today. We have 2 airplanes on the glide slope visible. Hey, Qatar A350 coming in from Doha. Coming this way. That's good news. Because coming from the east with 2 runways open, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was going to be assigned to runway 22, but I guess the silver lining is that with runway 22 open, the heavies probably still get assigned Polderbaan. That's good news for us. Just says nice to have a different soundtrack. Yeah. Can even amplify it a little bit if I turn around the blimp for you guys. Howdy Marcel, goedemorgen. And good morning to all others who have joined us in the meantime. You're watching MS Live. My name is Boy. I'm standing here at the Polderbaan with Lisa, and behind us there is a truck whose driver is unloading pipes. What? You might wonder. Pipes? Yes, pipes. Here you can see pipes being laid on the ground here. Big mofos. Long mofos as well. And a very skilled driver who is operating the crane too. Let's quickly turn back. We have K&M coming in from Newcastle, and after that Qatar A350. 2 A350s were underway this morning when I looked on flight radar. This one and the Corendon coming in from Bonaire, I think it was. Oostbaan is too short for the A350, Gerrit says. I'm not sure that it is, but I wouldn't be surprised if the pilots would feel more comfortable landing on the long Polderbaan than on the short Oostbaan. If push came to shove, they would probably be able to land on it. I'm not sure if it would make for a comfortable landing for the passengers though. KLM flight 954. E2 Embraer 195 coming in from Newcastle. I saw the first officer make eye contact, so I gave him a little wave. We're the only people here, so he must have seen it and reciprocated. Meanwhile, the truck still there. But let's focus on the A350. 350 crabbing its way over here. Qatar flight 275 coming in from Doha. 6 hours 51 minutes on the way. Doh! Its registration is the A7ALW. The airplane is 6 years old. Its first flight was in May 2018. For those of you joining us just now, welcome to the show. You already missed the landing of a Boeing 747 and a Boeing 747-8 if you only joined us just now. The Emirates A380 is expected in an hour and 5 minutes from now. That is a moment in time where only one runway for arrivals will be open, and that runway is expected to stay the Polderbaan, the runway we are standing next to. Is that the camera crew that we saw earlier? My god, it is. With their sound, with their Blimp, they also have a blimp for the audio. Professionals use a blimp during windy conditions to mitigate wind rumble. Now I like the A350, but I don't think that Qatar's livery is necessarily bringing out the best parts of the A350 aesthetically speaking. I think the design looks way better with a minimalistic livery like Finnair's or Delta's for that matter. Still a beautiful airplane. Optimus Toaster also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Hope you've been well. Camera crew over there. Hey, and Baby Bus is coming again. Now number 2 on the glide slope. The A318. I think that's the 3rd consecutive time in the last 3 streams that we are going to see it. Good morning, James Crooky Crook, who is tuning in from North Wales. Like button has been slapped. Thank you for that, my friend. I hope everybody who is liking what they have been seeing so far will consider leaving a like. It really helps to promote this content to more people like yourselves who are into streams such as these, but who haven't come across the channel yet. Now, if you're wondering what is it I'm hearing, it's the truck unloading pipes. Long ones, absolutely. Yeah, I think they must be 10 meters or so, if not more. Yeah, that's right. The ones that they just laid there are shorter. Absolutely. These are the longest. The man in orange, very skilled. You also have to grab it right in the center, otherwise it's going to slip. Raise it above those upright things, yeah. Yeah, that's a nice demonstration of skill there. Absolutely beautiful. QJ also back in the chat. Good to see you, QJ. Tim Sid, good morning. Mike Wire, good morning. Mike asks about go-arounds, and the answer is none yet. But check out just how many birds are in the sky over there. Incredible.
Are they in front or behind?
I think they're in front. There's no shortage of birds over there. Eerily close, seemingly eerily close to the airplanes coming in. Next airplane coming in is the Baby Bus, Air France flight 1500. That's an A318, ladies and gentlemen. The Fugugum. Yeah, F-G-U-G-M, Fugugum. Fugugum. Air France, probably one of the last, if not the very last operator of A318s worldwide. You don't see these airplanes very often. The shortest of the A320 family. Clemencia asks, how you're doing, Lisa?
I'm fine.
She's fine. Thanks for asking. Lena, good morning. And all others who have joined, I hope I haven't forgotten anybody. Anthony, goedemorgen. Yeah, this is not Air Baguette, but Air Pistolet, the Fugugum. It's a little cutie, isn't it? Little butt shot, cutie butt shot to boot. Exactly, Wolfgang. This is what happens when you wash an A320 too warm. It shrinks. Hey there, Mark. Morning. Indeed, vodka supply line for me. Absolutely, that's exactly what they are. Now the Vergagem, this airplane, 18 years old by the way. First flight April 2006. Let's quickly turn back. JetBlue next to land. Coming in from New York JFK in A321neo. Airplane a year old. First flight February 2023. Okay, coming in gradually. Better put your... Yep. Better put her down. They took their time, but it was a very controlled and beautiful touchdown. Makes me wonder what the weather is like. It's 11:34 now, so there should be a new METAR from 11:25 available on the website I always use to check it. So let's have a quick look, shall we? Meanwhile, we can also have a look. Yeah, so this is the runway, expected runway use. Polderbaan 18 right is expected to be a runway for arrivals for the upcoming hours. The Emirates A380 is just about to enter German airspace. Its ETA is 12:37, so that is an hour away from now. This is the METAR that is in the ticker, and a refresh will tell us that the wind has turned a little bit more to the west, has decreased to 13 knots. And we still have a ceiling of 2,400 feet, broken clouds, few clouds, 10 kilometers of visibility below the ceiling, no significant changes. High pressure, 1,029 hectopascals. I'm pasting the METAR, the weather report in the ticker for you guys, and then I'm going to go back to the camera controls. Gerrit wonders how an A317 would look like. Yeah, even smaller. I think I saw some memes where they photoshopped A318s into even smaller vehicles. A little smaller, and it will fit in the pipes, Lena says. Indeed it will. Robert, good morning. Robert is tuning in from London. Welcome. Carlton, also welcome. And all others who have joined us in the meantime, good morning. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy, and we are standing here at the Polderbaan. Runway 18 right, which for the moment is one of two runways being used for arrivals. The second runway being used for arrivals at the moment, runway 22. Interestingly, although... is that still the case? No, it now has become runway 27, interestingly. Don't know why. Seems that I have to update the ticker in that respect too. Schiphol, not really consistently using the same runway. It's interesting to see. Now, once again, a different runway in use next to Polderbaan, runway 27. Quick fix of the ticker. Now it has become current again. Basil also back in the chat. Mate, good to see you. Hope all is well. The camera crew just drove by. Well, better's good. There's only one live streamer here right now. That's us. This is our turf. Hey there, Ed, who is tuning in from snowy Austria. I saw the webcams in the Alps earlier in the week. Beautiful sunny weather, Kaiser weather, and already white slopes. Beautiful. KLM flight 1056 arriving from Norwich. It's an Embraer 190. Probably a Britty hopper. Another Embraer 190 coming in from Aberdeen after that, which I suspect might also be a Britty hopper. Eastern Airways, aka Britty hoppers. a term coined by Frank, who's not in the chat today, but often is, who has a way with words. A spoken word artist, if you will. Oh, it's the Herpa Derpa Derpa coming in next. German Airways, the 75 years of herpes.
Catching herpes again.
We're going to catch herpes again pretty soon. Coming in from Aberdeen. British twist on Herpa today. German Airways. Flying on behalf of KLM. Coming in from England, if you're still following. And Gerrit, indeed, the 220 is really a Bombardier plane. That is also why, if you look on Flight Radar, the label often always says BCS. The A220 was born as the Bombardier C series. So the BCS 3 is the Bombardier C series 300 or the A220 300. BCS 1 is Bombardier C series 100, aka the A220 100. Herpa Derpa Derpa has just now landed. Erik Jan, goedemorgen. Hey there Duncan, good morning. Welcome everybody. Who has joined in the meantime? I see that Mrs. Professor is going to sign off. It's time for her bed again. What time is it over there? Pretty late, 2:40 p.m. probably. 9 hours time difference, West Coast, if I recall correctly. Good to have streams again. Hopefully you will be able to go out next weekend too, she says. See everyone next time. I sure hope we can. Mrs. Professor, thanks for joining us. Always a pleasure to have you. Sleep well. Hopefully see you on Thursday. E2 Embraer coming in from Glasgow. Next KLM. Followed by Ryanair coming in from Dublin. Already visible in the top left third, and at it's 7 o'clock. The third airplane also already visible. That's an Embraer 190 coming in from Humberside. 3 airplane glide slope shot, but with a lot of spatial separation between the 3. Is this captain? No. For a moment I thought, is this Captain Wheelie? And again, that would mean that Captain Wheelie graduated to the E2s. Well, I think that the crews are flying all 3 types interchangeably. Crabbing 737 from Ryanair in the foreground, and then also crabbing A3 Embraer 190, I should say, in the background, KLM. And some traffic passing from left to right in between. Got a Chinese triple coming in from Shanghai. If I zoom out on Flight Radar, it is flying north of Purmerend. I'm not sure that we can see it already. It's probably still a bit too high and a bit too far away. Ordinarily, we probably would be able to pick it up by now if we know where we need to look. We still might, but let's just focus on what we can see best here. It's 11:42 now. I'm thinking most of the landings will be coming back to the Polderbaan. Ryanair cleaning the runway from any moisture left on it. Not seeing any airplanes going to runway 27 or 22 anymore, so I think it's back to just the Polderbaan for arrivals. Meanwhile, the Pied Piper is still laying pipe. Oh no. Pied Piper was attracting vermin. In the meantime, a warm welcome to Anthony Voskuil, who just became our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Welcome in the lounge, mate. I hope everything will be to your liking in the lounge. Thank you for your support and choosing the Aurora Sky Lounge as your hideout to hang out in. GG Games, goedemorgen. Super Ajit, good morning. Doing well, thank you for asking. Hope that also goes for you. Hey, there's the Chinese triple in the background. Coming in from Shanghai. Coming in for the Polderbaan. Coming in as the next airplane, no less. That's interesting. The crane is getting tired. Yeah, it did sound like it was getting fatigued a little. Here's the next airplane. It has the gear down already. Air China Cargo flight 1033 coming in from Shanghai in China. 11 hours and 31 minutes on the way. It's 11:44, so that means that this airplane took off shortly after midnight local time here. 9-year-old airplane, first flight June 2015. We also have a 777-200 coming in from Rio de Janeiro, which is now looking to become number 4. Flying base, extended base, over the North Sea still, being preceded by an Embraer 170. That's a Britty hopper coming in from Teesside or Darlington. And an Embraer 190. I think that is the Embraer 170 turning in. That brightness that I was seeing earlier in the northwestern at the northwest horizon now seems to have drifted further to the north. It's the lightness that you see just above the ground level. Does not seem to be getting closer by. Also looking around me and in the direction the wind is blown from, I'm not seeing anything elsewhere in the sky over here right now. And Chilakuma, which I hopefully pronounced somewhat properly, says bedtime for me too. Thank you, whoever gifted me the other day. Thank you on behalf of me too. Sleep well, and hope to see you again during the next one. Sharon J says hello, Amos Live. I've just joined from Adelaide Hills, Australia. Good evening and welcome. So, Embraer 170 at the 9 to 10 o'clock, further away in the distance still, now rising to the 10 o'clock of the 777 that is coming in. Air China Cargo coming in from Shanghai. Flight 1033. Marcin tuning in from Poland. Good day. Hassan, good morning. Welcome one and all. This is Air China Cargo Flight 1033 coming in from Shanghai. 11.5 hours on the way. 9 years old, first flight June 2015. Will it get loud? We'll soon find out. Also, whether or not there's any spray left on the runway. We have our answer. Boy, oh boy, do we have our answer, don't we? Erik Jan is asking, did you also notice which airplane type makes those whale noises? Absolutely, those are airplanes with geared turbofan engines, and those are currently two types, the A220 and the E2 Embraer 195. Sounds amazing, doesn't it, Marcin? Absolutely agree with you. Nico, goedemorgen. Welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. I see that JD has also returned from Lurkers Lounge to get loud. Yeah. Now the flap surfaces aren't as clean as KLM's. In that respect, the Chinese like it dirty. Also a few drizzly droplets once again falling from the sky by the feel of it. For shizzle drizzle. That's a linear 3 airplane glide slope shot with an Embraer 170 in the foreground, arriving from Teesside or Darlington, Britty Hopper, followed by an Embraer 190 coming in from London City, and after that the number 3 is a 777-200 arriving from Rio de Janeiro.
Yo, just plain nuts.
Just Plain Nuts has returned.
Yeah.
What? Who is this streaming? Well, obviously it's Bart or Joe, as many seem to think. Yeah. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. Another check off the list of people that were still missing. Think we've completed the list now. The only one we haven't seen yet is Jerry, but he wrote a letter of excuse, being impatient, rehabilitating, and they make him shut the lights, dim the lights at 10 p.m. Pacific times, making him unable to watch the streams. Dominic also back. Good to see you, mate. Hope all is well. WB Travels, good day. And all others who have joined. Hank says, nice when you say boy oh boy to yourself. There you go. We have a 777-200 as number 2 coming in from Rio de Janeiro. And this is an Embraer 190 coming in from, what was it again? London City. KLM flight 984. No reversal landing by the looks of it. That's the first officer initiating a wave. Luckily I was able to see it so that I could reciprocate. For those of you joining us just now and wondering what are you hearing in the background, that's pipes being unloaded by this trucker, who is very skilled with the crane too. Absolutely wonderful what this man is doing. Looks like the police is also coming this way. Hide your stash, Lisa.
No, I left it all in the lounge.
You left it all in the lounge. Oh dear. Well, in that case, I wonder if any is left still. Probably not, knowing you guys. This is KLM flight 706 coming in from Rio de Janeiro, 777-200 20 years old, PHBQI. First flight November 2004. Bradley's just passed by. Give them a little wave. Luckily they were still able to see it. They were already waving, but I was pointing the camera away from the car. Alright, so what's up next? An Embraer 175 should be out there somewhere. Where is it? There it is. Another airplane behind it. Oh, okay, more airplanes coming in. Embraer 175 in the foreground, coming in from Luxembourg, KLM flight 1710, A319 EasyJet behind it, coming in from London Gatwick. And number 3 turning in, not yet visible I think, but soon will be, is KLM flight 1020, coming in from Leeds. Hey, there's Sirianus and all the others who have joined us. If you joined us just now, welcome. You already missed the landings of 2 747s. We're still expecting the Emirates A380 though. It's expected for the Polderbaan, the runway we are standing next to right now, and it is expected in 40 or so minutes from now. Crosswind from more or less the west, a little bit south of west. Double digits all throughout the day. We haven't seen any go-arounds yet, for those of you wondering. And Clemencia is informing us that in 10 minutes from now the Garuda flight is coming in. Garuda Indonesia coming in from Jakarta. Isn't that the longest, the furthest, the destination furthest away from Amsterdam that you can get from in a direct flight from Amsterdam without any transfers? Or is it one of the Latin American destinations? Argentina, also pretty far away from here. I think maybe it was Marissa who once delved into that. Not sure. Or was it Maria? I'm not sure.
Marissa.
Yeah, it could be Marissa.
Is also missing.
Yeah, I haven't seen her yet. But wasn't she on holiday or something? Was that earlier?
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll see her soon enough. Coming in with a thermos of coffee is Sander. Already approaching. Goedemorgen kerel. Hoe is het jongen? Je leeft nog?
Ja, zeker wel, zeker wel.
Good to see you mate.
Dat is lekker man.
Zeker, met jou ook.
Zo.
Mr. Airplane Dance has also arrived on the scene. In a bright yellow jacket no less.
Let's do this.
He's doing the airplane dance already. Awesome mate. Yeah, still in time for the A380. Which should arrive in 40 or so minutes from now. This is EasyJet. Giving a little bit of reverser use. The guest door. Mate.
Didn't bring a mug, but
You didn't bring a mug?
no, but you can drink it.
Mate, in the meantime I also saw JD going at it again. He's just returned from Lurkers Lounge for just a few minutes and already gifting no less than 10 memberships. What the actual fudge, mate. You know you didn't have to. Thank you so much, Jörg. I hope that everybody who just now received a membership from you will thank you for it. Please don't forget to use the custom emojis if you're a new member. They're there for a reason. If you just got gifted a membership, you have access to them for a month. Jörg, thank you so much. That is above and beyond, mate. Really. You know you didn't have to. I hope that everybody will say thank you for it. This is KLM flight 1020. We have a lot of Embraers coming in now. Another 2 before an A320neo of EasyJet is breaking the pattern.
More wind here than walking this way.
Yeah. As soon as you leave the shade of the trees, then you're getting the wind in your face in full. Which is also why I've been streaming with the hoodie on. It's a bit secluded, but it will protect you from the wind and also from drizzle, which sometimes is still falling, but only very temporarily. Luckily.
Radio, there could be some sunshine later in the afternoon.
Yeah, that's what they've been saying all week.
Yeah.
Haven't seen a single ray of sunshine in the last days. Hey, airplane coming in from Hanover, but where has its nose been? This is number 175, and also something arriving overhead, but that's above the ceiling, so you might pick it up on the mic, but you're not able to see it yet. Seven-year-old airplane arriving from Hanover. E2 Embraer 195 coming in from Edinburgh after that. And after that, the EasyJet A320neo coming in from Belfast. Hangover from Hanover, Paul says. Icelandair is also coming in with a MAX 8, coming in from Reykjavik. And the Pied Piper is still busy. He still has 4 pieces of pipe left.
He's not gonna make it!
Well, I think he maybe has to drive a bit further forward, but I don't recall having seen those iron plates that the truck is now driving on that prevent him from being ending up stuck in the mud. I'm not sure how far they extend further to the north, those plates. Don't think very much. E2 Embraer 195 coming in. KLM flight 924. So Garuda Indonesia will be coming soon, and in the meantime, 35 to 40 minutes from now, the Emirates A380 will too. We'll still stick around a bit longer after that, since there are more heavies coming in after the A380 has landed. One of those airplanes being the second A350 of the show, Corendon, which I think was expected, when if I recall correctly, around the same time as the A380. Next up, EasyJet flight 23051 A320neo coming in from Belfast, Northern Ireland. Gus HR. Gusser. Not geezer, but Gusser. 6-year-old airplane, first flight November 2018. The airplane that you see behind it, that is Icelandair flight 500, and that is a MAX 8 737. And somewhere behind it, the Garuda should be turning in. And I'm trying to see if we can see it. It's always a bit difficult to assess where you need to look, because flight radar often is a little bit delayed. I'm not seeing anything yet. Might be that the Garuda is still above the ceiling. Fidel Castro also over there in the foreground. With the EasyJet passing by. Mike Wild, good morning. Patrick, goedemorgen. And welcome all others who have joined in the meantime. You're watching AMS Live. My name is Boy. Standing here at the Polderbaan with Lise And also Sander Sake, who just now arrived a couple of minutes ago. You missed this airplane dance already if you joined us a couple of minutes ago, because he already did it, unannounced. And he's not going to do that again.
Nope.
Not unless you pay him heftily. And internet says that Jakarta is the longest by flight time, Dominic says to Jeffrey. So there's still discussion about which destination from Amsterdam you can reach in a direct flight, which is the longest. Is it Jakarta from Garuda, Indonesia, or is it a different location, possibly one of the Latin America destinations? Iceland Air Flight 500 coming in first, and then it's 777-300 air time. Garuda Indonesia Flight 88 coming in from Jakarta. Yeah, what's there left to say other than that it is a sterile dime in a dozen airplane. Hadi Johan, goedemiddag. And welcome back all others who have joined us as well. Garuda Indonesia coming in from Jakarta. Flight 88, 777-300 flight duration, ladies and gentlemen, 15 hours and 8 minutes. Let that sink in. That's half a day plus 3 more hours.
Those pilots.
Well, they have two sets of pilots. They don't do that
What the fuck?
in one single stint.
Who's flying this plane? You're the pilot. We're sleeping. Get up.
Maybe if they took some Syrian Captagon pills, they would be able to keep going, but it's not really very safe health inspection wise. The airplane is 10 years old. Its first flight was in April 2014. My nose is a little tea with rum. My nose is a little stuffed from the wind. I always get a runny nose when the temperature is a bit low, so my smell is a little bit impaired, but and also a gold dopper.
Yeah, bronze actually.
Bronze.
Got that one from work. So.
Flashy gear for a flashy man wearing a bright yellow jacket.
Driving a bright yellow car.
Bright yellow car as well. Yeah, you are being consistent. 10-year-old airplane. First flight April 2014, ladies and gentlemen. Garuda Indonesia. 15 hours and then some underway. Is it going to use the reversers? Nope. Either reversers just rolling out by the looks of it. Garuda Indonesia. And Fidel Castro in the foreground.
Oh yeah.
Hey, check it out, a butt shot from Garuda. What? Sirianus is informing us that the A380 is expected in 35 minutes from now. Love Indonesia, I love Bali, Patrick says. Much love for Indonesia here in the Netherlands, I think. Now there's another airplane coming in, it's turning final as we speak, EasyJet. Might give you the cramps, it's coming in from Celiac City, aka London Luton.
Fidel.
Grew to Indonesia. In the meantime, is taxiing away. Let us also have a quick look on the computer, see what the weather has been doing. Winds still around 15-16 knots, still blowing firmly from the west. We have a ceiling of 2300 feet, high pressure 11 degrees Celsius, and A380 underway. Where is it? It is approaching Dortmund. Its ETA is 1241. And the truck is reversing. Is it going? It will probably turn onto the cycling path over here.
Yeah.
And then it's going to reverse. Now, cannot zoom out any more than this. Yeah, no. What's it going to do? Yeah, now it's going to move forward a little bit. Onto the cycling path probably, yeah. A little wave to the driver, a very skilled man. Now onto the cycling path. He's probably going to continue because there's still 4 pieces of pipe left, or is he going to reverse now? Yeah, he's going to reverse. Beep, beep, beep. Let me turn the other way around so that the camera wires don't get tangled. As we're moving along with him. And you can see on the lens a few droplets forming. It's not completely dry, but nothing substantial. Lisa making herself go away. Yeah, all the way down the cycling path, now reversing.
It's harder than you think.
Absolutely.
Always part of the driver's exam.
Yin is also back in the chat. Good to see you, mate. Peter PDK also back in the chat. What up? Good to see you, fellas. Indeed, the pipe man, Jeffrey. Check it out. Very skilled driver. Having to reverse all that way back down the cycling path. That's the better part of a kilometer, folks. That's the better part of a kilometer. Meanwhile, Sander is filming, is shooting pictures of helicopter Kestrel, field Kestrel.
Yep.
Got something.
And he probably got something. Yeah, did look like it.
Yeah, it was.
He so all of a sudden dove downwards very quickly. Danny also back. Danny van de Corporate. Goedemorgen. Goedemiddag. Good afternoon. It's afternoon already. We're already past noon. Let me quickly turn back. Film the landing of the next airplane and then clean the lens. Coming in from Sea Lake City, aka London Luton. Well, look away if you're Luton intolerant. EasyJet, easy. Yeah. Helicopter Kestrel, aka Field Kestrel, hunting for Pinky and the Brain. Gee, Brian, what do you want to do tonight? The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world. Pinky and the Brain, Pinky and the Brain. One is a genius, the other's insane. Laboratory mice, their genes have been spliced. They're Pinky and the Brain. Before the dawning of the sun, their plans will be unfurled to try to take over the world or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, their Twilight campaign is easy to explain. To prove their mousy worth, they'll overthrow the earth. They're Pinky and the Brain.
Love that stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Back in the time when they used to make real cartoons and no computer animated stuff.
I actually heard the person that does Wacko or Jacko, they're gonna remake it.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Bit of culture for the kids of these days. This is KLM Flight 1004 coming in from London Heathrow. Another 737-800 being followed by a KLM 737-700 coming in from Rome. Do we have a message for AMS Live viewers? The answer is no. Calling all first officers who frequent Schiphol Airport, leave us a message between the window and your sunscreen. We can see it, we can read it. I'll make a separate video if you do. If you do something like that.
Yesterday, before I got in my car to go to my mom, the what is it, A340, that 340
Yeah?
from Suriname,
Yeah?
that flew right over my house.
Did it fly yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We
It
saw
was like around 5 o'clock somewhere.
we saw an A330-200 from High Fly Malta flying on behalf of Suriname coming in from the UK, London I think it was, earlier in the afternoon. So I thought maybe it was going to be used instead of the A340 because there was something wrong with it, but
I don't know, but well, let me see.
Still flies.
For how long?
Full 80 also back in the chat. Good morning, and hey there Shelly, good morning. Well, good afternoon over here, local time. Let's see. What else is in the pipeline over here?
The A330-200.
Ah, okay, yeah. It was the A330-200 after all.
Yeah.
Mostly narrow bodies coming in right now, but it's all coming into the Polderbaan. Very bright light on the right hand side of the airplane and a very dim light on the left hand side. Even though they're both on, you can definitely see a difference in the luminosity, the brightness. So, the Emirates A380 is probably approaching Dutch airspace as we speak. It's now 12:15. Its ETA was, what was it, 40 or so? So 25 minutes from now. Howdy David, goedemiddag, good afternoon. Welcome to the show, one and all. You're watching AMS Live, my name is Boy and we're standing at the Polderbaan, which is the only runway for arrivals at the moment. An A319 from EasyJet coming in from Krakow. Now we're 46 minutes on the way. The airplane is 13 years old. Its first flight was July 2011. I think Amsterdam Jet is coming in as number 2. Might pick it up somewhere in the background at some point. It's the new livery, A-Jet. Flown by BBN Airlines according to Flight Radar. But it does show the airplane that we also saw land yesterday. Coming in from Istanbul. Normally speaking, that is 3 hours of flying away from Amsterdam. Current flight time of the number 2 is already 3 hours and 20 minutes. Shelly says that my horse is moving back home to the Netherlands from Dubai EY913. What's the ETA of that airplane?
What?
Yeah.
Vaguely visible, the A-Jet A321, now a bit better visible now that the lights have been turned on. This is EasyJet coming in from Krakow in Poland. Crabbing its way over. Narrowbody's coming in. Shelly says ETA is 3 20, so I won't be around to film that then, unfortunately, Shelly. Probably wrapping up between 1 and 1:30 p.m. here. No problem, Shelly. I wish the plane landed a bit sooner. Unfortunately, I also have other things to do still, which is why I'm wrapping up at some point. Horse flying in. You don't hear that every day. Hopefully, that's not too stressful for the animal.
How many seats does that occupy?
How many seats do you have to book double seats? That's an interesting question. How much of that rum tea have you had already? Shh. Where's your designated driver?
He's wearing a reversed yellow jacket.
Wearing a reverse yellow jacket. Ooh. You did not hear that, folks, and Officer Rudolph certainly did not hear that. Right, A-Jet coming in, new livery according to Flight Radar, and Anadolu Jet's new livery. It's arriving from Istanbul, an A321, 3 hours and a bit more than 20 minutes on the way. The airplane is 17 years old, first flight November 2007. Is there still crosswind, you might wonder? The answer is yes. You can see.
Ja, als het daar besloten wordt. Het is wel zwart, hè?
Hello there, mateys. Well, focused on the business at hand. Shelly says she's used to the flight, she enjoys it. She was born in the Netherlands and lived 4 years in Dubai. Wow! Was that for racing or breeding or any other special purpose? She will be cold, yeah. Coming from the Arabic Emirates back to the Netherlands in the winter, I'm sure that not only horses but all regular passengers who on board the airplane will also be cold upon arrival.
Book me a flight back, please. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm coming back. I'm going back.
I was never here.
Ooh. Don't mind if I do, thank you so much. Thanks, cheers! Warm coffee in the thermos.
It's warmer than last time in the box.
Man, it is piping hot. Thank you, thank you. That is very nice. Courtesy of Sander, who has arrived here. If you missed his arrival, he also did the airplane dance once more. Nobody asked for it, he did it, and it's only going to be a one-off occurrence, so if you missed it, better rewind. Oh no, they're moving the big thing.
Oh, yeah.
Check it out. That's a 3-part pipe that is now probably, it looks like it's being loaded onto that truck.
Yeah.
That's 3 interconnected pieces of pipe that is standing upright. You can also see another one standing upright behind the tree if you look in the center. It's one of those units that they now have airborne. Really amazing.
Yeah, that's going to be used to let the pipe go over.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see it is able to hold the pipe in the center on the top. It's hollowed out.
Yep.
Pre01 Gaming, welcome to the show. Thank you for the kind words, mate. Interesting stuff going on there. Also interesting stuff going on there. And Bro 190 touching down. Coming in from Cardiff, KLM flight 1088. And we have an A321 of Transavia next after that, coming in from Tirana. Which is in, what was it again? Albania, if I recall correctly. Massive bit of kit there.
Does it even fit on the truck?
Yeah, how is it even going to fit? That's also something I'm wondering.
Flat down, I think.
Now after Transavia, we're going to see Shamrock, an A320 coming in from Dublin, Ireland. Going to turn back the camera to film the landing of Transavia's A321neo coming in from Tirana.
Singing. No, this is the one.
Oh. Why is the rum always gone?
Now I started the stream with half a stop of exposure compensation. It still looks like it might be necessary. It's a bit dark this time of year. The standard lighting was a bit dark. I upped it half a stop. Going back to the standard exposure would go back to this, which is probably a little bit too dark, or is this better? What do you guys think? This is the standard lighting, and I had it at half a stop more exposure compensation. Back to the standard. You guys let me know in the chat what you guys think looks best. Meanwhile, I'm turning around the camera. We have a 2 airplane glide slope shot with Shamrock flight 604 in the foreground, coming in from Dublin, Ireland. A320, 404 nautical miles it has journeyed. 20-year-old airplane. First flight June 2004. E2 Embraer 195 behind it, coming in from Hamburg, KLM. Roadhog says half a step more is better. I thought so too. Judging the footage of the laptop here. Put it back to half a stop more. David is asking about the age of the Transavia. It is new because the A321s are the latest addition to the fleet. And let me zoom in onto the airplane and click on it so that I can tell you the exact age. April 2024 is when it first began flying. The PH, YHA, the A meaning it is the first of one of Transavia's own. So it's not a rental, but it is an actual airplane from Transavia. Put it up, half a stop again. Thanks for the feedback, guys. I also thought it was looking a bit dark otherwise. Do you feel that we need more than half a stop? This is 3/4 of a stop. This is a full stop of additional exposure compensation, going back to half. It's like being at the optician. This glass or this glass? Which one do you like best?
Sharper or not sharper?
Sharper or not sharper? Yeah. Better? Worse? Let me go back. Let me go back. More or less the same. Half is best. Cool. I'm just going to leave it at half a stop. Additional exposure compensation. Did they let go of it and is it now laying on its side over there or no? Yeah.
They put it next to the other one.
Yeah.
Oh, they've put it next to the other one. Yeah. Oh yeah, now you can see. Yeah, there's now two of them next to one another.
They're gonna put the third one upright.
Oh yeah, they are now going to put the third one upright as well, probably. Interesting. In the meantime, TAP Air Portugal is coming in from Lisbon behind us. Let me turn around and show you the landing. It's an A320neo. Making its way over to the Polderbaan. 999 nautical miles it has journeyed. Registration CSTVG. 5-year-old airplane, first flight November 2019. Indeed, Wolfgang, a pipe bridge. Which still has to be sunk into the ground first. No, for my private cabin that they're also going to build over here, I asked for a fountain, and to get enough pressure for the beer fountain, they're first going to raise the pipes and then they're going to drop it off so that you have flow. Because I want a beer fountain in the main entrance hall of my little cabin that Schiphol Group is going to build for me over here, just for me. Because we're so good friends, particularly me and the handhaving en toezicht folk. We're besties.
We're besties. BFFs.
Right, in the meantime, Corendon is coming in, the second A350 of the show, coming in from Bonaire. Here it is. Means that the A380 is also not too far away.
It's going to be one pipe for sewage, one pipe for water.
This is the Corendon flight 5997. Interesting flight number. Normally it's 598 or something like that. It's coming in from Bonaire. It's an A350 from Corendon World to Fly. Well, Corendon operated by World to Fly. Flight time 8 hours 19 minutes. The ECNTB is its registration. The airplane is 2 years old. Its first flight was in April 2022. If you've been enjoying the show so far and you haven't already, consider leaving a like. It really helps to promote this content to more people like yourselves who are into streams such as these, but who haven't come across the channel yet. See that Rob is also back in the chat, and Petrikov too. Good day, fellas. Following this airplane will be a lot Embraer 195 coming in from Warsaw. First, this A350 will be landing, but use the reversers, we'll soon find out. No reversers. Just an idle reverse landing here. No noise, no nothing. Still, even this minimalistic World to Fly Corendon livery I think looks better than that stripy grey Qatar did. Well, they're moving the pipe, that bit of pipe on the left. It's not upright yet. Hey there, Elena. Good day. Adhikari SA. I'm assuming that means you're tuning in from South Africa. Welcome. After Corendon, a lot to see at Schiphol Airport. Coming in from Warsaw. Umbrella 195. Airplane behind it, vaguely visible. Thought I was feeling a few drizzly droplets once more.
Yep.
Drizzle shizzle.
And after the Transavia is 2 777s coming in.
2 777s after Transavia. 9. Nice. 9. 9. No, 9. No 777s. 9. Beat the 9.
The A380 is almost above Almere.
Hey, and Air France coming in from Paris Charles de Gaulle, BCS3. That's a Bombardier C Series 300 A220. I love that airplane. That's a beautiful machine. Looks good even with Air France's livery on it. Polished landing there. People are asking about the A380. The A380 is still expected to come in. And we still are expecting more heavy hitters after that. So this stream will not end with the landing of the A380. And if you don't have to be anywhere, stick around. Got a few more heavy hitters coming in. First up, EasyJet A320neo. Coming in from Newcastle. With the trash airplane behind it. That's Transavia, the TRA8H. Coming in from Barcelona. In the meantime, a big thank you to you all for 500 likes. And a massive big thank you in particular to Wolfgang, who just now gifted 5 memberships, probably because of the occasion. Wolfgang, you know you didn't have to. Thank you so much for your generosity. Again, above and beyond. I hope that everybody who received a membership from you just now will enjoy it. Use the custom emojis, folks. They're there for a reason. And also, if you are a recipient of a gifted membership, don't forget to say thank you to whoever gifted you the membership. And this is an A320 Oreo. Oreo. Trash airplane coming in next. Transavia flight 5132. Coming in from Barcelona. Another airplane should be behind it. But where is it? Oh wait, there it is. The lights now on. Vaguely visible is KLM flight 792. That's a 777-300ER coming in from Sao Paulo, Latin America. Brazil to be precise. It's a double triple with a 777-300. Behind it is a 777-200 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. And Sirianus asks about including ATC. I don't. Not everybody wants to listen to it. So if I include it, people who don't want to listen to it are stuck with listening to it. And there's also a debate about whether or not it is legal to commercially re-emit the broadcasts. Now, obviously, even if it wasn't allowed, there's not a lot of people who would report it or check it. From what I understand, it's not allowed to commercially re-emit ATC airings. And besides that, like I said before, I don't want to put people who don't want to listen to ATC in a position where they need to listen to ATC if they want to see the streams. So no, there's always liveatc.net where you can access the streams for free and listen to ATC while watching the stream if you are so inclined to do. Don't see the second triple yet. 2 consecutive 777s. This is KLM flight 792 coming in from Brazil, Sao Paulo. It is a 777-300ER. The PH BVU, which is 7 years old and had its first flight back in September 2017. Sharon asks, do you like Tim Tams or Krispy Kreme donuts? I don't know if I like Tim Tams because I never had any in my life. And I don't know if I like Krispy Kreme donuts, but it sounds like I would. Not much that I don't like in terms of food and drink. Feeling a few I can hear droplets on my hoodie again. It's becoming a little bit more dark over here all around us if you look around. The cloudiness is no longer as open as it was before. I'm not going to turn the camera too much into the wind because I don't want too many. Well, there's already a droplet on the lens. Too late. Well, let's quickly wipe the lens clean before the A380 arrives. It is approaching, it's getting closer by already. We have a 777-200 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia up next. There we go. KLM flight 622, 777-200 ER, arriving from Atlanta, Georgia. Crumbing its way over. Alvin also back in the chat. What up, mate? Perfect timing this time. Hope you're good, man. KLM flight 622, 777-200 coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. 21 years old already. KLM's 777-200s are way older than their 300s are. First flight of this airplane was already back in September 2003, the beginning of the millennium, or the century, both actually. Welling is coming in from Valencia, and another one on the missing persons list is Han. Han's favorite is Welling. We haven't seen him in the last couple of streams yet. Hey, that was Russell somewhere in the foreground. And also a cyclist who has to get through, which is why they, I think, are opening up the path. Stupid cyclist. Yeah, there's no way of going around that truck. It is blocking otherwise the entire cycling path. Lisa is choking on the coffee, the black coffee of Sander. In a moment, let me first turn around.
A380 third up.
Let's first show you guys the glide slope with the first airplane coming in. Vueling flight 8353 coming in from Valencia. 2 hours and 12 minutes on the way. 6 years old. First flight April 2018. Let me first take a quick sip of coffee without choking, hopefully. Now there's one good thermos that Sander brought along with him, keeping really good and warm, just containing black coffee, pinky swear. Now number 3 on the glide slope is Emirates A380, flight 147. Being preceded by a Bombardier C-Series 300 from Air France, an A220. Now there's always a question, is the dot still in place? Let's have a look. Unequivocally yes, we can still see that the one dot is still in place. Let's turn back quickly. The A380 now number 2 on the glide slope, and this is Air France flight 1640. Coming in from Paris-Charles de Gaulle. That's a Bombardier C-Series 300, aka an A220. 49 minutes on the way to get here. 3 years old, first flight August 2021. and giving us a frame of reference where we need to look with the camera, when we need to point the camera to see the A380, which I don't think... Oh wait, no, it is visible already. There. Right in the center of the field of view. Emirates flight 147. Now if you don't have to be anywhere, stick around. There's a couple of more heavies coming in the upcoming half hour after the A380 has landed. My plan is to stick around until then, unless the drizzle is really intensifying, but it doesn't seem to be the case. It's already drying up again. Emirates flight 147. I'm going to forgo the landing of the Air France A220, even though it is an A220 and I love that airplane. It's now touched down on the runway. Emirates flight 147 arriving from Dubai in the standard livery. Our members already have access to the new iteration of the standard livery with the ribbon tail. Use the custom emoji as you see fit, folks. It's there for a reason. The flight time of this airplane today is 7 hours and 12 minutes as we speak, so that is 40 minutes above what it normally would average. Not sure if it has had headwind I mean, or if it has been flying a different route today. The airplane, 11 years old, first flight January 2013.
Standard route.
That is a crabbing A380, folks. Hadi Finn, goedemiddag. Sharon says, it's a shame I can't send you Tim Tams in the post. Yeah, I've heard about them. Tim Tams. They're a type of cookie, aren't they? Or either way, here's the Emirates A380. Let's look and listen. Yes, spray. Though not as much as yesterday. Not as much as yesterday, unfortunately. A biscuit with cream on it or in it. Alvin is of the opinion that Tim Tams are a bit overrated. and the emoji he uses to express his opinion shows his true opinion. So if you want to tease Alvin, give him Tim Tams. Make him eat them.
Force feed him.
Force feed him. Blend them into a paste. Put a tube up in his throat. Nah. Nah, that's his job, putting tubes in throats. Alright, 777-200 time coming in from Guayaquil. KLM flight 755. Here it is. Coming in from Guayaquil. 18-year-old airplane. First flight February 2006. Jeffrey has to go. Duty calls. Thanks for joining, Jeffrey. Have a good one. Hope to see you later during the next one. Catherine Gray also signing off. on the east coast of Australia. Time to go to bed. Thanks for joining, Catherine. Have a good one. See ya soon, hopefully. Again, a few drizzly droplets falling here. And His Majesty the King, with departing traffic from runway 24 in the background. Windsock in the foreground, indicating the wind. Hadi Satori, good afternoon. Hopefully you didn't just join us just now, but a few minutes earlier, so that you were able to see the landing of the Emirates live. For now we're sticking around for a few more heavies that were coming in. Rob asks if have you tried a KitKat bar? I certainly have, mate. In fact, I've been to Tokyo, where I've had Kobe pudding KitKats, wasabi KitKats, and also sake KitKats. Unfortunately, those special tasting KitKats aren't sold, or seemingly aren't sold, outside of Japan, which is a shame because they are really nice.
Because the wasabi one is green, right?
Yeah, wasabi one is green. It's not as hot as real wasabi, but it definitely, you can definitely taste the wasabi. It definitely has a wasabi taste. Man, the A380 has landed, and for the time being, the rain seems to be intensifying a little bit. Hey there, Luna. Andrea has to go shopping. Oh wait, no, she's back. Sorry, I misunderstood. Thought you had to go for shopping, but you already did your shopping and are back. Oh, I was trying to read the messages in the chat, and I overshot with the Embraer 190 BA, having arrived from London City. Two times the first officer has waved to us today. I think it was both with KLM Embraers, though I'm not sure. In the background we have the Emirates A380 almost reaching the main platform area. Hadi Fabio, groetjes terug. Greeting us from Apkoude. Essex Petros is tuning in from Athens. Greetings back to you, mate. Hey there, W Panda. Right, so it is 12:51, which means that in 9 or so minutes from now, another runway is also going to open up for arrivals. Earlier, the secondary runway between 11 and 11:40 was first the runway Schiphol Oostbaan, runway 22. After that, it became runway 27. Not sure what they're going to choose today. This is an Embraer 190 coming in from Basel, KLM flight 1944. And an E2 Embraer 195 arriving from Frankfurt behind it, and another Vueling behind it, an A320. Right, and the drizzle that began just now seems to have stopped again, luckily. E2 Embraer coming in from Frankfurt next. Light slope visibility also has been a little bit less than it was before, since the drizzle started again. Hopefully it's going to clear up a little. For the majority of the time today we have had good glide slope visibility with 2 or 3 airplanes visible at any one time. Now we're struggling to see the second airplane. Matt has to go. Thanks for joining, Matt. See you in the next one, hopefully. E2 Embraer coming in from Frankfurt. Oh. 3-year-old airplane, first flight November 2021. The PHNXG. Geared turbofans making whale sounds. You can also hear that when the A220 is passing by or is in the vicinity. Same family of engines as the E2 Embraers. We're also being watched by the bird control. And in the meantime, the truck is raising that third piece of pipe next to the other two. Next airplane coming in is Vueling Flight 1377 coming in from Alicante. Alicante in España. 8-year-old airplane, first flight April 2016. And a butt shot to boot.
That's a fast exit.
No, the drizzle is starting again. Bastards. Now let's see. If I recall correctly, there were a few heavies still underway. We have a Qatar coming in from Doha. Probably is going to land on the center runway. We also have a 777 coming in from Aguadilla, Emirates, Sky Cargo. And Just Play Nuts asked, how was your break? Did you enjoy yourself? I certainly did. Me and Lisa went to Bruges for a weekend and that was terrific. We had 3 days of sunshine, blue skies, beautiful weather, albeit a bit cold, lovely food and drink, although in hindsight I probably have not tasted most of it, or at least definitely did not taste everything in as much detail as ordinarily would have been the case, because I also came back with a cold infection which not only affected my smell and taste but also my voice a little, which is why I took another week off after that weekend. Unfortunately, right when I got my voice back, the weather turned sour and I was forced to take another few days off. So I'm happy to be back, but I think that the weekend Bruges we need to do over again, just to make sure. Yeah, unfortunately, bummer, we have to go on another weekend to Bruges. Yeah, that's the sorry life I lead. First world problems.
Just missed away from K3.
Missed away from K3, yeah. I was uncoupling the charging cable to my DJI receiver, which was running low and is now rejuvenated again. Put it back in the laptop. And Michael asks, when's your yearly ski vacation? I haven't booked anything yet, mate, and I'm not sure that I will, because everything is so bleeping expensive already and all the good locations already are taken. Now, going back to a hotel in an area where I've been coming for years since I was small is still somewhat decent. It is a 4-star hotel, but I have to book everything separately, go there on my own accord, and yeah, I'm not sure. Don't feel very enthusiastic about going back to a place that I can literally dream and find my way in the dark more or less. So I'm not sure that I'm going to go this year. I haven't booked anything yet, nor am I confident that I am still going to book something. Going alone, it's very expensive. Rodney, congratulations, mate. Rodney has turned 60 today. What a better way to start than watching the AMS livestream, mate. Happy 60th. Here's to many more years to come, mate. Yorkshire Biker says, Bruges is lovely and Brugse Zot is my favorite beer. Well, as it happened, we were sipping on Brugse Zot fresh from the tap before noon on one of our days when we were in Bruges. As somebody who is coming from the area near Bruges, Lise knows the city really well and was my personal tour guide there. Showed me all the right places where the best things are to see and the best things are to eat and drink. Michael asks if Lise skis. The answer is no, unfortunately she doesn't. So
My only flaw.
yeah, but it is a big flaw. Your only flaw. Nah, so that's out of the question going together on short notice, unfortunately. Not even sure that she wants to. I'm not going to force her into trying it, although I have said before, you don't know what you miss until you have tried it.
Take a sled, push her down.
Yeah, take a slope, push down. Think of pizza if you want to break, and all will be well. Either way, here is another Transavia coming in. Transavia A321neo coming in from Alicante. Rudolf asks, ever had a South African lunch bar chocolate? I haven't. But I like the sound of lunch bar chocolate. A bar of chocolate that you might be able to have for lunch. Sounds great. That does sound great. Mark says, come on, bet Lisa showed you all the right places and the wrong places too. You know her well. Oh man, it's still drizzling here. Not very substantially, but this constantly has been now for 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes. KLM flight 1294 coming in next from Billund. That is a 737-700, 15 years old, the PHBGG. First flight March 2009. Sky Express A320neo behind it. Though it's hard to see more than 2 airplanes on the glide slope right now. The number 2 you can see just because the lights are on. Probably only because of it. QJ asks, have you also seen the peeing guy in Bruges?
That's not in Bruges.
Exactly, that's not... Well, I think we may have seen people peeing in Bruges, men, but that's in alleyways and not in a fountain or anything. Nah, that's in Brussels. Manneke piss. Right, let's see. Emirates Sky Cargo coming in from Aguadilla, flying base further to the north. Think it's going to be preceded by 5 narrow bodies. also visible on flight radar when I zoom out a little bit, is the Qatar 777-300 coming in from Doha. Now the question is, it is 1:03 already, and I think I can already see that the airplane arriving from Stuttgart is turning in, probably to become the first airplane going to center. Is it going to be parallel arrivals again? I think it is. I think it is.
Who's your photographer?
You can see just, by the way, the airplane is pointing its nose towards us until shortly before landing. We still have crosswind over here. Floaty approach to the runway, beautiful. Sky Express coming in from Greece, which is bliss, just like ignorance. SX nig. Stop nigging. What do you call somebody who is nigging a lot? Lisa has something in her throat and is clearing her throat.
Saw a frog jump in.
Right, so I see that the Emirates Sky Cargo is turning in now, with a little bit of spatial separation between the preceding 3 airplanes that are already approaching, 3 narrow bodies, and then a lot of nothing. Then the Emirates Sky Cargo coming in from Aguadilla. Now, oh, a little bit wonky, indeed. No Wi-Fi on board this airplane. No hump for the mother-in-law. No hump. Private cabin. Private mother-in-law cabin. Next up is going to be a KLM 737-700 coming in from Munich in Germany, Bavaria. It's feeling like the wind is picking up at the moment.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit, eh? Right. Thought I felt it too. Let's have a quick look on the meter while we still have time for it. See what has changed in the latest weather report. Light drizzle, rain, 15 knots, ceiling of 2200 feet. Not a lot has changed for the time being. Hey there, Chris. Good to see you again, mate. Hope all is well. Welcome to all other viewers who have joined us in the meantime. If you joined us just now, you may have already missed the landings of 2 747s and the Emirates A380. We haven't seen any go-arounds yet, nor am I thinking we're likely going to see a lot today. Wind has been relatively calm and, well, calm, a constant I mean to say. Hey there, Renate, who is tuning in from Frankfurt. Guten Tag und herzlich willkommen. So we had Brugse Zot, and what was that other beer we were having? It was a darker one, wasn't it? Straffe Hendrik. Spicy Henry. It certainly was a nice beer. And I can see why Brugse Zot is one of your favorites, Paul. It was a very tasty beer, absolutely. Especially at 11:30 a.m. Pre-lunch, yeah. Working up an appetite as an appetizer. Liquid sandwich, yeah. Liquid sandwich. Right.
We have a lot of sandwiches in Belgium.
Yeah, we did not have any fries at all. It was all sandwiches, as you do when you're in Belgium. Right, so I'm thinking, is the Qatar going to go to Polderbaan or is it going to go to center? I thought the airplane arriving from Berlin and from Stuttgart were going to land on the center runway and that parallel arrivals were going to commence, which normally would be the case at 1 o'clock, from 1 to 2 o'clock. Everything so far, also from the east, seems to be coming to the Polderbaan, and that is nice because that means there is an increased likelihood of the Qatar 777-300 coming in from Doha to land here on the Polderbaan. That is an unexpected bonus. Polderbaan open for longer with more heavies coming this way. Number 2 now on the glide slope to the Polderbaan is Emirates Sky Cargo coming in from Aguadilla, and it does look like everything is still coming this way. VJ also says that there is a 737-9 underway in the SkyTeam livery, KLM in the SkyTeam livery. The PHBVD no longer is in the SkyTeam livery. They repainted it recently, I think it was on Malta, back to the standard livery of KLM. Seal the Deal says, what's your opinion on the reduction of flights due to environmental concerns? That's not exactly a question to give a quick answer to while also commenting on what is going on in a live stream. Obviously, the proponents and the adversaries will have their opinions. As an aviation fan, I'm always for more airplanes, but you can also imagine that environmental concerns play a role. Right, let's turn back. Emirates Sky Cargo arriving from Aguadilla up next. That's a 777 freighter. Here it is. Grabbing its way over. Flight 9912. 7 hours and 42 minutes on the way. This 777 freighter, it is 10 years old. Its first flight was in June 2014. And we have the Qatar 777-300 also turning in for the Polderbaan. So while normally around 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. local time, Schiphol would go to 2 runways open up for arrivals and 1 for departures. We still see that 1 runway only is open for arrivals, and interestingly it is the Polderbaan, not runway 27. My old geography teacher at high school would say, vraag niet hoe het kan, maar profiteer ervan. Don't ask how or why. Just profit of it. It doesn't rhyme that well in English, if literally translated to English. Not sure how much longer the drizzle is going to continue. If I also hold my hand over the lens a little bit and show you where the wind is blowing from, you can see a bit more homogeneous grayness. But at least we have 2 airplanes on the glide slope once more. KLM flight 1512 coming in from Barcelona, and behind it KLM flight 1932. 2 consecutive 737-800s, 1 from Barcelona, 1 from Geneva. Third airplane behind it should be Qatar, the 777-300 coming in from Doha. Even though I was holding my hand in front of the lens, I still saw a few droplets falling onto it. That should have taken care of it. Let's quickly go back to the camera controls. Film KLM flight 1512 coming in from Barcelona. Next to come in, KLM flight 1932. It is coming in from Geneva. And in the meantime, a massive big thank you and warm welcome to Navi Bagas Fauzi, which I probably totally mispronounced, but that's our latest Aurora Sky Lounge member. Navi, thank you so much for choosing the Aurora Sky Lounge as your place to hang out in. Thanks for the support. I hope you will like it in the lounge. The custom emojis are now at your disposal. Use them whenever you want. Spamming is not allowed, but custom emojis you are allowed to spam with. So feel free to do so. Now, I see a bizjet that is going to runway 22, but thus far all of the inbound traffic seems to be going to the Polderbaan still. And look at that airplane, crabbing until the very last moment before riding it and landing it. Stakes the landing, and here we do have a private cabin for the mother-in-law. There it is, especially for her. Let's turn back. Qatar coming in from Doha, 777-300 An unexpected arrival to the Polderbaan because of the runway being open longer than normally would have been the case. There it is, Qatar flight 273. It's a 777-300 coming in from Doha. 6 hours and 43 minutes underway. Registration A7BEC. The airplane is 10 years old. Its first flight was in July 2014. Let's see. There's also a Dreamliner coming in from San Jose over the North Sea, being preceded by another Ryanair 737 coming in from Dublin. Why won't it use the reversers? There's drizzle, fresh water on the runway. Shelly's still hoping you stay live until 3:20. Shelly, I'm just managing your expectations. I'm not 100%. I'm sorry. David is tuning in from Emmeloord and says we just had 10 seconds of sunshine over here. Wow. Mate, you're I'm only believing it if I'm seeing it. Surely that can be actual sunshine. Right, we now do have the opening of the center runway. Parallel arrivals. Transavia A321neo arriving from Malaga, of all places, is going there. I think I'm going to stick around until the Dreamliner from San Jose has landed and call it a day after that. Hey there, Joshua here. Good afternoon. Interesting to see that we have two Ryanairs in about 10 minutes of time. One coming in from Malaga already on the glide slope, and another one coming in from Dublin, which is preceding the KLM arriving from San Jose.
Yeah.
There is our next airplane, just a set of lights, Ryanair coming in from Malaga.
Set the runways open.
Max 8, Boeing 737.
Oh, hey.
Ja, nee, is goed.
Jeez.
And also a warm welcome back to Davey, GL, and a massive big thank you to you as well for 13 months of support as a member. 13 months, 13 unlucky for some, but great for me, he writes. Davey, thank you so much for your support, mate. 13 months, another member in the deep green and counting. Thank you so much for the support. Always a pleasure to have you in the stream, mate. Let me know if something isn't anymore to your liking about being a member, or if the lounge needs replenishment of certain items, and let me see what I can do about it. The drizzle is continuing, and in the meantime is getting the camera a little wet. It's time to wrap up soon. Our last airplane is KLM flight 760, arriving from San Jose. It is approaching still over the North Sea. If you look on flight radar, it's going to be preceded by a couple of airplanes. The first one being this Ryanair. Zooming in, you can once again see the halo around the lights that we also were able to see earlier in the week yesterday. And I think also on Thursday a little bit. I think that's an effect of the precipitation in the atmosphere between the airplane and us, the lens, the camera lens. If all is well, I will be back on Thursday, just play nuts. It all depends on the weather. I think the weather is going to be shit. I don't know what the wind is going to be yet. I have all the intention of going back to P3 whenever runway use and the weather conditions are favorable for it. Now, unfortunately, if the wind is blowing from the south and it's raining, P3 will not provide you any shelter from the rain. So it depends on the wind and the weather. Well, the plan is to go out, although I'm not sure about whether or not it's going to go through, because I believe that from Thursday onwards we're going to see rain again on all days. And I thought particularly Thursday wasn't looking that great. Think positively. Yeah. Do an opposite rain dance. Do a rain dance in reverse. Maybe that'll help.
I can try.
Well, you already did a an airplane dance today, Sander. So you're good for all the dancing. Thanks for the offer, though.
Maybe a reverse airplane dance.
Darylyn, is that how you pronounce it? Darylyn Monroe says, just subscribe to the channel. Thanks for the awesome content. Thank you for subscribing, and thank you for saying hi. Always nice when new subscribers say hi. It's not mandatory, but it is always appreciated. Feel free to ask any questions if you have any. Although we are in the last couple of minutes of today's stream, though. Hope you will enjoy being a subscriber for a long time to come. And thank you for the kind words, Darylyn, which I hope I pronounced properly. Next up, one of Han's favorite. Has anybody heard from Han, by the way? Haven't seen him yet since I began streaming again last week. This is Vueling flight 8304 coming in from Barcelona. It's an A320, 13 years old. First flight September 2011. SkyTeam livery coming in for the center runway. Is that the one coming in from Madrid? Yep, it certainly is. Now we were able to see, oh yeah, we still are able to see airplanes to the center runway decently from over here. And I just remembered that I also have to update the ticker. Well, I'm not going to anymore for the last couple of minutes, but earlier it was first runway 22, that was the secondary runway for arrivals. Then it became runway 27. Now it has become 18C. Well, for those of you who are purists, I still have a few minutes to do so. 18 Charlie. There you go. Sharon asks if I've ever been to Australia. It's beautiful in the hills of South Australia. I haven't. I'm sure that one day in the future I will visit down under. I already have an invitation from our resident anesthesiologist Alvin. And it also goes in reverse. If you ever come over here, we're going to grab some beers, mate. You know we will. What's this? This is the 737-900 from KLM in the SkyTeam livery. One of 2 airplanes in the SkyTeam livery left in KLM's fleet. There was a 777-300. That was the PHB VD. That no longer is in the SkyTeam livery, but back repainted in the standard livery of KLM. So we still have this 737-900 and we also have an Embraer 190 left. That's the only 2 airplanes in the SkyTeam livery in the current fleet of KLM. Rob is signing off, saying goodbye to everyone. Rob, thank you for joining. Hope to see you in the next one. Now I'm wondering, is the KLM going to the center runway? It looks like it. It looks like it, doesn't it? Alvin has been summoned and eagerly awaiting my visit. Yeah, well, on a terrible disappointment that it very much seems like, according to Flight Radar, that KLM Flight 760 is going to the wrong runway, namely the center runway. What? That is a bummer. So I was hoping, and normally speaking, the Dreamliner arriving from San Jose would have been assigned to the Polderbaan. I'm thinking it is continuing to center because they're going to do a runway inspection probably. Or maybe they're going to close the Polderbaan, but according to Bezoekbus, the website that shows you the expected runway use for the upcoming hours, 18 right was going to stay open for the remainder of the afternoon, at least until 3:20 or so. Right, the airplane that I was hoping was going to be the last airplane to the Polderbaan is now on the glide slope of the center runway. KLM Flight 760 arriving from San Jose, still north of the North Sea Canal, but traversing it almost right now. Will become visible in a few moments. It is going to be the last airplane of the day. Bit of a downer, ending the stream with an airplane that isn't even landing on the runway we are standing next to. I really had high hopes it was going to land over here, but it wasn't meant to be. I'm going to go ahead and say a massive big thank you to all of you already, while we still have a few minutes of stream left. I had a wonderful time here, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I have. A big thank you also to Lisa and to Sander for joining me here today.
Yeah, no problem.
Always nice to have you guys as company. Always gezellig. Also a massive big thank you to all the mods who have come and gone in today's stream. Always making sure that the streams remain accessible to all and friendly. Luckily, with the AMS Live audience, that doesn't require a lot of work. Also a big thank you to everybody who has supported the channel in the form of liking, subscribing, and other forms of support, such as becoming a member, gifting memberships, PayPal donations and whatnot. If you have liked the stream but you haven't already, consider leaving a like. It really helps to make this content more easily findable for those who might also be interested in streams such as these but who haven't come across the channel yet. Ah, there it is. I was looking further away down the track already than it was flying. It's always hard to assess where exactly airplanes are, judging Flight Radar, but there it is. This is the last airplane, unfortunately being assigned to the wrong runway. KLM Flight 760. It's a 7879 Dreamliner returning from San Jose. 9 hours and 45 minutes on the way. The registration PHBHC Bravo Hotel Charlie. The airplane is 9 years old and its first flight was in October of the year 2015. Now again, weather permitting, I'm looking to go out again this Thursday. I'm hoping that I am able to return to P3. If I will, obviously the question remains, how long am I allowed to stay there and film? But if other live streamers aren't getting chased away and keep streaming there constantly, I see no reason why I shouldn't go back there, just play dumb. You could see just now a cameo of one of the bird control vehicles with the lights on the runway. There is an actual runway inspection in progress right now. Such is life. There you go. The Dreamliner has landed. It's time to wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. I hope to see you in the next one. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whatever time of day it may be. And hopefully see you again later in the week. Bye for now.